Okay, it seems like people started coming in. Very good to see everyone. Nice. And Anya, who should be the host this time?
Me and Layon.
All right, so Anya, I'll make you the host so you can record the meeting. And then who else you said?
Layon, but she's not here yet.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll make Dr. be the co-host. Interestingly, I had two links for today's meeting. I was in a different one and was kind of curious why nobody's there. And then I'm here. So let me see.
It's because
Anya, you are now the host, so you need to make Dr. be the co-host. I relinquished my role. One question, can somebody tell me, so I see the meeting is being recorded and I guess we can pause it or it doesn't matter. But I've seen some people do it like go live at a specific time. So basically at this time, we would be invisible to our attendees. And then at some point they click a button and then we become visible to the attendees. This way, all this discussion that we have kind of technical stuff is not visible. How do they do it? I don't see any buttons here for that. I see a recording, but that's a different one, right? Anyway.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I was in a Zoom webinar a few days ago as one of the panelists. And so there are a bunch of people, but we are not live. So they don't see us and they basically wait for the webinar to start. And then the host at some point says, all right, now let's go live, boom. And then like now we have what, 6 attendees. And so they wouldn't be seeing all this kind of background discussion.
But they like it. Like last weekend, I kept screwing up. The kids were like, put in the bloopers.
Well, still, yeah, put on the bloopers. Yeah, but still moving forward. Oh, you already have Christmas tree. That's early.
I know. It's my kids.
Yeah, so.
You know, they're like, we're depressed. We need a Christmas tree up.
Yeah, so
a little bright.
I don't know about you guys in other countries, but in the United States, the stores, it must have been at least for a month now, have had Christmas decorations, right?
Yeah.
It was fun. It was like long before Halloween, and they have still Halloween and already Christmas, and so yeah.
No, on Halloween night, our community, so I live in a gated community, and the entrance to the gated communities are decorated with like beautiful lights. I'm driving to my house, passing the gate, and all the Christmas lights were on. I'm like, it's Halloween, and the Christmas lights are on. So I think this year it's especially like critical because everybody's so depressed. Also, I noticed that their Black Friday sale, which is typically released the day after Thanksgiving, started November 1st in a lot of the stores. Yeah. So again, capitalism, right? Trying to stimulate consumption already as early as November.
And studies do show that when Christmas music is playing and Christmas decorations are allowed around, people are more likely to make impulsive decisions or purchases.
Right, right.
Yeah. Nothing personal, just business.
I think it's just that, you know, they're trying to stimulate positivity. Yeah. It really is. Everybody's just been so low and depressed, you know. I mean, it takes a lot of mind power to overcome a lot of this COVID thing. And I don't know if it's the same way in South Africa and in the Philippines, and Tejas is here in India, Anit also from India. But COVID has increased in the United States, and I saw the chart the other day, and it's actually higher than the height that it was in March or April. This wave is higher than the last wave, and they're not as freaked out about it this time because I guess we know more. But in our country, it's actually especially critical because now the young people are getting it, and they're finding that it has long-term effect because it's not necessarily just the flu, but something about the blood. I can't remember the word, coagulation that it's affecting. So it has long-term effects. Yeah. So what's going on in you guys' countries?
Well, here in South Africa, we're having our next like big wave basically,
Yeah.
but no one's like paying attention to like any social distancing or anything. So everyone's like just carrying on. So yeah, I don't know if we'll go into a harder lockdown because we are only now at stage 1. So I think we might go like to stage 5 again or something. So
Are the schools on? Are the schools face to face or online?
yeah, so they had like they've been on for quite a while, like face to face, and then there was a massive spike, and then they sort of went off for a week, and now they're back again. So I don't know how the week helped, but
Yeah, I don't what. So somebody is asking in where is this person? Faiza, a smart lockdown in Pakistan.
What is a smart? What is a smart lock?
What is a smart lockdown, Faiza? I don't know how to bring her on, but go ahead and put it.
I'll bring her on.
Yeah.
So how about India, Philippines? Is it regional?
Yeah. What's going on? Anit, what's going on in India?
Earlier in the months, we had a strict lockdown, then it was repleting, and now cases are rising, but everything is open. Like schools have started opening, but cases are rising immensely. Like we reach about 1 lakh cases a day.
Yeah.
Lately.
Well, I think our case was 122,000 people yesterday.
A day, yeah.
Yeah, yesterday. One day. Ania, what's going on in the Philippines?
So we've been in lockdown since March. Like I haven't left my house since March. Well, for me, it started earlier because the first COVID case was in the city where my school was. So they went on lockdown a week or 2 earlier. So I haven't left my house since March.
And when you say your house, you mean like a house with a big backyard or a house like an apartment, like a flat?
Well, a house. It just doesn't have a backyard.
It's a house without a backyard. See, Ania, you need a Christmas tree.
In the Philippines, we celebrate Christmas on September.
Yeah.
What? No, Pasco is in December 25th. Oh, you mean it starts in September?
It starts in September.
Yeah, I remember. I remember.
And then it's just one Halloween day.
Well, I don't know if you guys know that. Well, Ania, go ahead and explain. We don't exchange presents in the Philippines. So we do something different. Oh, at least my childhood, right? We would go from house to house and ask if the baby Jesus was in the house. And they would say, no, the baby Jesus isn't in the house, but here's some money. So it's kind of like Halloween, but it's Pasco, which means Christmas. And you collect money and not candy.
Well, for me, since I'm a Chinese Filipino, all my gifts are ang paos, and that's literally red envelopes full of money. So we just receive checks on on Christmas, and we're just like,
so much better.
Checks, but you also give out checks. So in the end, the balance is kind of zero, or is it? How does it work?
No, children don't give checks.
Children.
Only the children do it. Only the children do it.
You only give checks to kids. I have an example, but it's like right somewhere there. Like, let me just get it.
Okay, so Vas, what we had done for this, what we had planned for this week, and we talked about this last week. So Faiza, let's get you to answer your question. So go ahead and what's going on in Pakistan, and then we'll get started with the cooking show, and then I had asked Anit Tehas to come on to talk about, because it's actually what is the celebration, Anit? Diwali in India. Diwali. So they're going to tell us what Diwali is.
So Diwali is now?
In a week.
In a week. For some reason, I thought it was during the summertime, but I guess maybe in India it's warm.
The pre-celebration started a month ago, but the exact date is a week after.
So we're right in the middle of Diwali, so they're going to tell us all about it. But Faiza, go ahead and bring yourself on camera or on audio, and educate us a little bit about that
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
So, I can start my video, sorry. So, in Pakistan, everything is open, but in those places which have higher corona cases, they have lockdown, and other places which are open, they have to follow the SOPs strictly. And we also have fine if someone doesn't wear masks.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like ours. You guys just put the word smart in front of it, which is really smart because I wonder if
Makes it more attractive and easier to convince people to follow.
yeah, it would persuade people to be smart instead of be dumb and not wear
It's all about positioning and branding, you know?
it. Exactly.
Maybe they should do that in the
Positioning and
United
branding.
States.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you, Faiza. So Faiza, we're gonna remove you because we need to leave the space to our speakers today. So Leon, who is, so Anit and Leon is in charge, yeah? So
Ania.
it's, oh, I'm sorry, Ania, Annette. Okay, so Ania and Leon, we're gonna leave it to you. Today is a cooking show that we have from Simran, and I guess Simran, you're going to tell us a little bit about yourself, where you live, all of that stuff, and then leave us about 10 minutes towards the end, 15 minutes towards the end, because Anit, Yukta, and Tehaz are going to teach us a little bit about Diwali. Okay, so I'm going to disappear to give you guys space in the window. Dr. Vas, and then we're just going to be asking a lot of questions.
Yeah, I'll keep it on the phone, curious to listen to, but I'll switch off my video.
Yeah, I will try not to be so talkative, which is, somebody should pay me for that.
Okay, so Samra, if you, wait, let me pin your video so everyone can see it. But if you want to unmute yourself and tell us about yourself and who you are.
Hello, namaste and darshan everyone. I am Sirman Thapa, a 17-year-old girl from Nepal. I was born in Kathmandu, but right now I'm 300 kilometers far from Kathmandu to celebrate the biggest festival of Nepal, which is Dasai, which is also known as Dasera in India, but here in Nepal we call it Dasai, which is 15 days long. And I'm here at the place which was previously ruled by my ancestors hundreds of years ago. So we are always here once a year to celebrate this festival. Also, we have next biggest festival, which is Tihar, which is after a week, which is also known as Diwali in India. And so I'm here, you know, stuck because of this lockdown and all. It's the corona cases are increasing, so I'm stuck here and I cannot go back to my place. So I have to make video from here. And okay, now to talk about X culture, I've seen, you know, I came to know about X culture through Instagram ad, where it was, I was just surfing and I saw Instagram ad saying try practical business or something like that. And I was like, business, oh, that's cool. So I plan to join it, and now I've joined it and I'm so excited and so happy to be the part of X culture. And today I'm gonna make achar, which is, you know, the must food here in Nepal. Whether it be a casual meal or, you know, festivals or some kind of celebration, Nepalese people need achar. It's, you know, like must, you need achar, which is basically kind of salad. That's it about me.
Okay, great, awesome. So without further ado, if you want to start showing us how to make it.
Oh yeah, I can. So these are the ingredients. This is potato, boiled potato. This is onion, and this is hemp roasted powder, turmeric powder, salt, fenugreek seeds, lemons, and chilies, and some radish. Now let me begin. So first, let me cut this potato. You can cut it in any sizes you like.
It's not baked yet, right? It's still raw potato?
No, it's steamed. You can steam it or boil.
It's already cooked. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. You can just steam it or boil it. I like it steamed, so I steam it in a pressure cooker.
So this particular salad, as you said, it's not any special, like, celebratory or special occasion salad. It's just something you can make on any given day, right?
Yeah.
And then how frequently do you actually cook a salad like this? Like you personally?
Sorry?
How often do you make a salad like this, you personally?
Daily.
Oh, daily. Okay. Okay.
Daily.
This is a very common then meal. Okay.
Okay. Right now I'm cutting onion. Cut it bigger size or any size you like.
So I have a question for you, Simran. Students want to know what are the Nepali names for all of these things, so they can learn how to say onion or potato in Nepali. So that would be great if you could kind of introduce us to what they're called in your language.
Okay. Potato is called aloo.
Aloo.
And yeah, and onion is known as pyaz. And radish, it's known as mula.
These are relatively easy names. Like in some languages, the words are so difficult, and here it seems like it's relatively okay.
Yeah, I'm done with cutting with onions. So I'm adding some radish, mula.
Is this radish? Is it red or white on the outside when it's still uncut?
White.
Yeah, that white radish, I remember when I was living in Germany, in Europe, white radish was like the vegetable to eat during Oktoberfest, and they slice it very thin and put salt on it and just eat it fresh. Do you have that in the Ukraine, Vas?
Yeah, we have everything, but red radish is probably more popular. So
you can add any kind of salt, normal table salt or black salt or pink salt, any type of salt. And after that, let me add turmeric. Turmeric is known as besar, and it's like people here in Nepal put besar everywhere, like in everything, whether they cook curry or besar.
Yeah, well, it's turmeric is good for the blood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should all eat a lot of turmeric during COVID season.
Yeah.
You should come to my house. We just like literally everything has turmeric on it.
I don't even know what turmeric is.
Oh, Ania, we have a lot to teach you. But Simran, is it called turmeric or turmeric?
Turmeric. I say turmeric. I don't know.
Okay. I've heard, and I have friends from East Indian countries, and they say turmeric. So I guess, so that's a question actually for the Indian students. Tejas, are you here or?
I'm
yeah,
here.
how do you say it, Anit?
We call it turmeric or haldi.
Yeah, some of us call it turmeric, some of us call it turmeric. Yeah, it's either one of those two.
So it depends on regions as well over here.
Yeah.
Now I'm adding lemon, which is known as what's it called?
That's a lemon.
Yeah, this is
okay. So in the United States we have lemons and limes, and that really looks like a lime.
We call it lemon here.
Do you have lime?
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of different kind of citrus fruits.
Yeah,
okay.
Like lime to me too. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a lime, but I bet you it tastes like a lemon. We'll have to go to Nepal, Vas.
And this is roasted hemp powder.
What is that?
Roasted hemp powder, hemp seed powder.
So that's like the sesame seeds,
I guess
right?
you just grind
No,
them and then roast
it's
them.
Yeah,
hemp.
sesame seed.
Oh, it's sesame
We-
seed.
No, you can add sesame
No,
seed
this is
instead
this
of
is
this, but
hemp,
this
I
is
guess, right?
different thing.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know
So
hemp?
hemp
Hemp,
is
H-E-M.
Hemp, basically, think about, hemp like marijuana, but it's non-narcotic, and seeds. You can buy them at Costco. I buy them sometimes, just add to the salad. They have a lot of useful stuff in them.
right, right.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it black. Is it because you
It's roasted. Apparently it's roasted, so I guess that.
yeah.
No, it's black in color even if we don't roast it.
There are things
Yeah, I
that they
thought it was kind of grayish, but I guess it may be also different varieties. But yeah.
yeah, exactly. I've seen it. I've seen salt, for example, that in India they have black salt, pink salt, all of these exotic new things that our students should be exporting around the world since we're teaching them international business.
So Simran, someone's asking is if you add turmeric to the food, won't it make it saltier?
Saltier? No, turmeric is not salty. It's a bit bitter kind of taste. So you should add a little bit only.
Okay, so Simran, we need to see what kind of pepper that is, and it's hiding in your shadow. Is it a Thai pepper?
It's best chili. We call it chili here.
Ania, what do we call that in the Philippines?
Mm,
Dilis?
yeah, I think so. No, wait, no.
Dilis.
This is
Yeah, if I could
potent stuff.
interject the actual name for that pepper, if you want to buy it, it's called bird's eye chili. So that's what's commonly used in Southeast Asia and in South Asia.
Yeah, that's deadly stuff. The Americans would have a conniption if you put that in their food. How many did you put in there, Simran?
Four.
Four.
We like it spicy and.
Are there any variations to this dish?
Now I've heated mustard oil in a pan, and I'm now going to add fenugreek seed here.
What?
And these chilies. Then we're going to add this straight into this.
Oh, that was magical.
One thing that I noticed that is different in all these cooking classes is that people use more ingredients than what I normally see in the United States. Like, here, like Caesar salad, and basically one type of green leaf and seasoning. Or, like it's not really that diverse in terms of the ingredients. And here you have like 8, 9, 10 different things. So
yeah, it's called complexity, boss. We
complexity,
don't have
I guess so.
Complexity, yeah.
Yeah, but it's also good because you get more different types of nutrients. You get a little bit more, I don't know. So it almost seems like in the United States, everything is not only simplified, but almost to the point that it's dumbed down. It's like, like one ingredient and they call it pellets.
Okay, since we teach international business, remember what we've done here in the United States is we've conventionalized food. Okay, I'm sorry, Simran. Go ahead. Tell us what you're putting in.
Right. Sorry, yeah.
Totally fine. If you want it more spicy, then you can add some red chili powders. And if you like it more sour, then you can add some extract, lemon extract. And this one here, it's citrus juice, which is boiled.
What is it?
Citrus juice.
Okay, so what is that? We've never heard of that.
It's like basically just extract juices from different sour fruit, and then we boil it till it becomes solid liquid, not solid liquid, solidified liquid. Then we use it in our foods.
Did you buy it somewhere?
No, everything I'm using here, it's all grown here, right here.
Wow. Yeah, but with this juice, it seems like it's almost like maple syrup in Canada. I guess, it's a different ingredient, but the idea is that you boil it until all the water evaporates and you're kind of left with the juices
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
flavors, right? I mean, with the sugar and the flavors. So probably that's the same. Is it sweet?
You
The juice, is it sweet, or is it what's like, what does it taste after it solidifies?
it's sour. It's lime juice, lemon juice, and citrus juice. Different.
Okay, it's not sweet. Okay, got it. Okay. Interesting.
Like cypress, like a cypress tree?
Not a tree, a fruit.
So like a citrus fruit.
If it was daytime, I would show you the tree and the fruits. Everything I have used in this food is just grown here, right in this place. If it was Kathmandu, we should buy it, but here we don't need to buy anything. Everything is grown because it's a rural country. Yeah.
When you say growing in this place, you mean growing basically in this house or the lot of land around the house?
This house,
in this town. So it is literally, that's the localization taken to the ultimate level. Right. So here in the United States, everyone says, oh, buy local. By that, they mean like buy from your own state. Here, it's literally from behind your house. Actually, that was kind of like that in Ukraine. Much of the stuff was actually grown right there. So not because it was not possible to buy it, it's just because, that's what we do. You want to have your own potatoes. You want to have your own strawberries. Although, Dr. D, I see the pictures, you have a lot of stuff growing around your house too, like from tomatoes to mangoes. Like you have half of your fruit probably growing right there in the backyard.
Simran, this is actually a part of our culture, right? Of course, I grew up in Asia, and what we do in our culture in Asia is that if we like something, we plant it in our garden. And I'm very fortunate because I live close to the equator, and a lot of the food that I grew up with in the Philippines, because the Philippines is also close to the equator, can be grown here. The challenge is getting the fruit itself, because a lot of the food products, like a lot of Simran's food products, I've never heard of, or maybe I heard of it when I was a child, but there's just no access to it here. Simran, I do have a question for you. So more about your family land. So you said in the beginning that farm is has been in your family for hundreds of years, right? Yes.
Actually, they were king of this place when Nepal was not united, and it was divided into different states. My ancestors were kings, and they used to rule this place as king. And now,
So are you a princess then, Simran?
I would be if they would be ruling till now, but not.
All of us are prince and princesses in some way. But question with regards to your land. Okay, so you also said that when it's holiday celebration season, you lead Kathmandu, and is it the entire family then comes to this land to celebrate?
Higher family, No, and people have their origin place, right? Kathmandu is not our origin place, but this is our origin place. Basically, Thapa people, the Thapa people origin place here, and we have forts and palaces and so many I don't know, war-related materials here, and we just worship that in the.
Now, Simran, is it daytime there in Kathmandu or in Nepal? I'm thinking no. What time is it there now?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. Because we would love.
It's 8:13
in the evening. Yeah, we would have loved to seen like the land and stuff. And I just noticed that Thapa is your last name, and Anit, your last name is Tapar.
Yeah, Thapar.
Thapar. Are you guys related? No, I'm really kidding, but I'm thinking that there's a closeness to your names.
No.
Okay, so that was just coincidence.
I can you this place in photos because it's so beautiful, like it's so magical. Can I share photos?
Yeah, that would be great if you could share some of the pictures of the farm.
Okay.
You know how to share screen?
Can you just enable sharing screen?
Ania, you need to give her
Yep,
probably.
got it.
Thank you.
Can you try now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you say family farm, how much land are we talking about? How many hectares or?
Actually, not still measured. It's too much.
Too much. Okay, so that's like, you know, like as far as the eye can see, or more like a football field?
No, it's bigger than that. Lot more.
Okay.
Is it like a village, Simran?
Yeah, a whole village.
Okay. Now
And is
that's a
it so?
backyard.
Yeah, Ania, there's your backyard. But Tapa, is it like the entire village is one family?
No, entire village was ruled by our family. It's like that.
Ah, okay. So when you go back home to this land, the village is inhabited by other people who lived there before.
Yeah, but not our houses though. Our houses are closed and just clean and kept.
Okay, and then you go back to your house only in time of celebration for your previous kingdom.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. That is so fabulous. Okay.
So, is the screen shared?
No, it's not. Ania, Leon, maybe you can help her. There's a little green button on the bottom, Simran, that says share screen. If you hit that, you'll have to choose what you need to share.
Okay.
Ania, did you give her permission to share screen?
Yep, I did. I'm just hoping it's working now.
Yeah. So here's what we're going to do, Simran. I want you to kind of work with Ania and get your pictures because we really want to see it. But at the same time, Ania, if you could give Anit, Tejas, and Tukpa, I think, the screen while you guys get Simran situated so she can show us our picture, and then they can teach us about Diwali.
Sure. I will just remove her from Spotlight first.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wonder how soon Zoom or other technology will allow sharing not only the sound and the video, the visible waves, but also taste and smell. So wouldn't it be nice for these classes to be able to actually sort of sample these foods? Well, maybe another 10 years or so, no?
I know. That's when Star Trek technology starts to happen. Anit and Tejas, do you guys want to get started? I don't know what's, Ania, do you need to put them on?
I already gave all panelists access, so they should have access.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, we'll just get started.
Yeah, there you guys
You
go.
can just share the screen with us.
Yeah. All right, we're good to go.
Okay, so so that nobody's confused, because it is the season of Diwali and I wanted everybody to have an opportunity to share the culture and traditions of India at this season. I asked Tejas, Anit, and who's the other one?
Yukta.
Yes, to share with us what's happening in India right now. So go ahead, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Greetings, everyone. Today, I, Tejas, and Yukta are here to talk about Diwali, the festival of lights in India and several other countries. The festival of Diwali is in true sense the festival of unity in diversity. It brings people together from different religions, cultures, and societies. So here we are throwing light upon the most looked forward to festivals in India, that is Diwali. It is one of the most major festivals among the Hindu community of India and several other countries. It is rightly called the festival of lights since people light their homes with earthen lamps that we call here diyas. You can see the image also. And also in the contemporary world, we have taken up to electrical lightings. This year, Diwali is celebrated on November 14th. Every year, it is celebrated on the darkest night of the Hindu lunisolar month of Kartika. That is no moon day. Next slide, please. This festival dates back to 7,000 years or more. According to the Hindu mythology, in the kingdom of Ayodhya, there lived Prince Rama, and he was the heir to the throne. But his stepmother was jealous of him and did not want him to be the heir to the throne. So she forced her husband, the king of Ayodhya, to send Rama to an exile of 14 long years. So Rama, along with his wife Sita and his brother Lakshman, went to the forest. They spent 14 years in the forest. In the forest, there lived several demons, and Ravana was one among them. Prince Rama fought against all the Rakshas, the demons, and drove them away. This made Ravana, the king of all the Rakshas, very furious. He captured Rama's wife, Sita, but she cleverly left a trail of jewels after her so that Rama could follow her to the island of Lanka. With the help of his brother and Hanuman, Rama set off to save her. Hanuman and the army of monkeys helped to build a bridge across the island. Rama crossed the bridge and shot an arrow into Ravana. The demon was killed, and Sita was rescued from danger. This day we celebrate as Dashera. Furthermore, Rama, Sita, and Lakshman returned to the kingdom after 14 years of living in forest, and Lord Rama became the king. The people of Ayodhya cleaned their houses and placed oil lamps to light the path. This is what makes these traditions important to us today during Diwali celebrations. Also, the word Diwali is originated from the Sanskrit word meaning row of lights. Hence, people here light earthen lamps to illuminate personal space, to bring in all the brightness and prosperity. Also, this is celebrated on Amavasya, the no moon night. So Diwali is celebrated with earthen lamps and artificial lights to illuminate the place. Lastly, according to Skanda Purana, a mythological book, the earthen lamps or diyas symbolize the sun. So it describes it as the cosmic giver of light and energy. So this festival comes to all of us as a blessing that brings us prosperity and happiness. Thank you. I'll ask Tejas to take on from here.
All right. So now Yukta and I are going to be talking to you about this celebration and basically other festivals that we celebrate around this time. As Aneet very clearly stated that this is a month of celebrations. So we don't just celebrate Diwali, we celebrate a lot of other stuff as well. So at first, I would like to talk about Dashera. Dashera, or also known as Vijayadashmi, is one of the most popular celebrations around this time of Diwali. It is marked as the day wherein one of the most important Hindu goddesses, called Goddess Durga, defeated a very dangerous and evil Rakshas or demon. So this is in order to mark her victory over that demon, and therefore it is a metaphor for basically showing that righteousness will, no matter what happens, will always defeat the evil in society. So we celebrate Dashera by basically uh, having fun with our family. We socialize with our family members. Typically nowadays people don't really do much on Dashera. It is more so like an event just to mark the end of like the battle between the goddess and the demons. Now I'll pass it on to you to talk to you about the other festivals celebrated at this time.
Thank you, Tejas. So, moving on, now we'll talk about the Diwali week. As right now in India, we'll be celebrating Diwali on 13th of November, and we are at the verge of having and celebrating all the festivities together. So, before Diwali and after Diwali, here are a few days and festivals which we celebrate in order to mark togetherness and unity in diversity. So, firstly, Dhanteras, which is celebrated one day before Diwali, signifies the importance of money, basically gold. Dhan is signified if I talk about dhan. So in Hindi, it's known as money. Dhanteras, that means we worship the money. And we worship Goddess Lakshmi and Lord Ganesha on Diwali. One is the goddess for wealth and prosperity, and other is the god of intelligence, and we worship him for overall. He is the lord which we worship for the first amongst all the gods. Dhanteras, every family, usually regionally specific, come together. They have various festivities. They keep gold, silver, or whatever precious and wealthy items they have in their houses. They keep it and they make sure that how we can grow and prosper in our lives. Then we talk about Bhai Dooj. That is one day after the Diwali. Brotherhood is something which is celebrated all around the world. And that's why, in order to make sure that the health of our siblings completely stay well, we celebrate Bhai Dooj. In that festival, after Diwali, usually all the cousins and siblings gather at a place. They decorate a plate under which we keep rice, and we keep a lot of different ingredients, or I would say items. We make sure that we keep all those together, and at the end we worship our siblings so that they grow and they keep prospering. Then we talk about the Govardhan Puja. Cow holds an important significance in Indian mythology. We have been worshipping cows since thousands of years, and on this day, a lot of localites come together. They go to cows, they make sure that they worship them. There are specific chants which a lot of people make. It area wise it depends. For example, there are different types of worshippings which people in central India do, different types which people in East India do. So Govardhan Puja varies accordingly. At the end, it's Guru Nanak Jayanti. That is the end of the Kartik month. The whole month under which we celebrate Diwali is known as the month of Kartik. On Guru Nanak Jayanti, it is Purnima, which is known as the full moon day. On this day, it is celebrated as the birth of Guru Nanak, who is the first god in Sikhism, and he was the initiator of this. He was the first guru, and he initiated Sikhism all around the world. So we worship him, we venerate him in Amritsar, that is the Golden Temple. It is completely lit with diyas, lanterns, and thousands and lakhs of people go to that temple. A lot of people who are in different parts of countries make sure that they do visit Amritsar, that is the Golden Temple, to embark the presence of Guru Nanak Jayanti. Now, when we talk about a typical Indian Diwali, so firstly, as I stated, that we are right now in the Diwali week, and it is celebrated with zeal and zest all across the country. In a typical Indian Diwali, since month, we make sure that ev- we make sure that everywhere the complete cleanings are done, since this comes after the rainy season, usually in all parts of the country. So the cleaning signify, everything has a scientific reason as well, so the cleaning signify that whatever dirt which were came, so we make sure that within that month we clean. So a lot of cleanings go throughout the month. Then we wear Indian traditionals, everyone goes with various Indian traditionals like saris, anarkali dresses. Some go with complete Punjabi dresses. So it depends on which kind of traditional people wish to wear in different parts of the country. So they wear traditionals. They worship their own gods. And the major two deities which we worship are Lord Ganesha and Goddess Lakshmi. We also worship Goddess Saraswati because she's been signified as goddess of intelligence. And it's been stated that once you worship her and you make sure that she always provides you with intellect to deal in different situations. That's how a lot of people believe in. You decorate your house with lanterns, diyas, you make rangolis. Rangolis are various designs and colors which you make around your house to decorate it. You can, as you can see in the third picture. And definitely, how can we miss the food? Without the food, every Indian festival is so incomplete. People make sure that they make different kind of sweets. For example, if I talk about laddus, which are favorite of Lord Ganesha, and that's why everyone makes it. Laddus, kaju katlis, and whatnot. It would be really great if someday we get a chance to share the recipes as well. So diya lightings, creating of lot of sweets. Everyone makes sure that they completely get prosperity, and this is a festival wherein you worship for prosperity, wealth, and happiness of your complete family and happiness of the people who are around you. So it's a very happy festival, and that's why you all the family members come together. You keep all the deities, and then you do various chantings and you create food. So that is how a typical Indian Diwali works like. Could we move towards the next slide? And I would like Tejas to talk about the region-specific celebrations.
All right. So now that we've talked about what general celebrations are across the country, I and alongside me, Yukta will also be talking about certain region-specific celebrations in India. India is a very diverse country. We have cultures varying from region to region. Different people celebrate different festivals differently. And so I'm going to be talking about the western half and the eastern half of India and how the celebrations differ. The eastern half of India is predominantly populated by a population known as Bengalis. I personally am a Bengali, and how we celebrate Diwali is that we pray to a particular goddess called Goddess Kali. Goddess Kali is a goddess who's like she's a symbol for women liberation from patriarchy, and she's a symbol for strength and courage. And she's like very fiercely prayed to during this time of Diwali. We often sing chants and we eat particular kinds of food, and we pray to Goddess Kali at this time. The western half of India is where I currently reside, and the celebrations in this half of India are mainly for Lord Ganesha. So Lord Ganesha is, like as Yukta said, a very popular god in India, and we mainly pray to him. So, yeah, these are some of the celebrations that take place in India. Yukta, you can go ahead and add some things.
also when I talk about South India, so people in South India have different deities, not different, but somewhere they are similar. However, they call them differently. So they even worship Lord Rama on that day because they signify Lord Rama as the one who fought against evil, and at the end, virtue won over all the vices. And that's why a lot of people in South India somewhere make sure that they burn the effigies of Ravana, who was the evil Rakshasa, which Lord Rama killed. And they wear, on the second day, they wear white saris. White saris signify purity and peace. And therefore, in the morning, they wear white and red saris and they go to the temple and they take a parikara. Parikrama is known as taking rounds of a temple. So they go to the temple of Lord Rama and Lord Ganesha, and they make sure that they do the parikrama or the rounds. So that is how it's celebrated in South India.
All right. Thank you so much, Yukta, for finishing that off. Now let's talk about COVID-19 and Diwali. Diwali is a very social festival, and it like requires people meeting with each other and like celebrating. And it's very loud. It's very, it's celebrated on a large scale. So of course we can't really do much with COVID-19, seeing that social distancing has been made mandatory by the government. So what people are doing instead is they are taking to Zoom and like various other virtual platforms in order to continue these similar celebrations. So in order to let the spirit of this like very popular festival not die out. And thank you very much. That's been our presentation. And if anybody has any questions, you can definitely ask us.
Can
That
you
was
please tell us?
amazing. Amazing.
Very interesting.
Yes, and
Yeah.
and you know, I asked these guys to teach us about Diwali, and it's so much more than what we had expected. So thank you so much. Okay, so guys, just with respect to time, because I know that we have a coaches meeting in about 9 minutes, but I want to go back to Simca. What we were able to coordinate, Simca sent Leon in South Africa her picture, her photo, so that Leon can show Simca's picture in Nepal. And then Simca, if you could just narrate them and then also, you know, show us the finished product, because we really want to see that salad. And by the way, for those of you guys who's looking for the recipe, it was sent out to you via email by Rafael, our lead coach from Brazil. So look for that in your email. And so now Leon and Ania, we're gonna pass it to you and Simca so you guys can finish up the salad. And congratulations, Team India. You guys did amazing. Thank you so much.
Okay, so if you want to show the final dish first, and then we can move on to the pictures.
Let's see it.
Simca, yeah, Ania, you got to give Simca a host again, I think, Ania. I'm talking to the Philippines to give Simca in Nepal so she can show her dish.
There.
So, and then, thank you, Ania. And then Leon, you can go ahead and take over so you can show Simca's pictures.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
So this
Now,
is the final
Delicious.
here.
What do you
it's
eat
cool.
that? What do you eat that with, Simca? Oh, Simran.
Rice, curry, meat, and meal.
Beautiful.
Do you actually eat the chilies, or do you like just put them to the side?
Sometimes I like it with chili, and sometimes I just put it inside.
Ah,
Nice.
gosh. It looks so spicy.
Yeah, it is.
Simran, I'm
That's
sorry I
cool.
kept calling you the wrong name. Simran, you are amazing. That was an amazing dish. So I guess now
Congratulations.
Leon is going to show your photos. We're down to 7 minutes, but if you could narrate them as she shows them, that would be fantastic.
Okay.
That looks beautiful from here.
Can you
It's
share
like
This
can you-
one is the
National
fillets.
Geographic style photos, right?
No, it's all taught by me.
Right. But I mean, like the quality, the type of scenery, you would see that in professional magazines. I mean, these are beautiful, beautiful pictures.
Just tell me when you want to go to the next picture.
Okay, this one is village. It's seen from a hill. This is a really big village. This was all ruled by our ancestor. So you can take to another picture. You can see small houses also. And this one, basically, this place name is Dhara Pani, which in Nepal, in English means Dhara means tap and Pani means water. And so its place name is tap water. We have a lot of tap with water, flowing water. The water does not stop. It flows continuously, and this is one of the tap. Here are some water sources, and this is Mount Dholagiri, and it rains. This is the village. It's seen from my house. This one, the one riding in the horse is my grandpa, and he had lots of horses, and he liked to, ride on them. And the next picture, it's also Mount. I like taking pictures of mountains, so it's also a picture of mountain. Next one. These are horses grazing, and this is.
That's not a painting. That's an actual picture, right? It's not a painting because it looks almost too good to be true.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a picture.
Simran, is that the Himalayas or Himalayans?
Yes, please. Yes. Yes. Dholagiri mountain range. We are just 6 days away from Dholagiri base camp.
6 days away? What does that mean?
After walking for 6 days, we can reach the base camp of Dholagiri.
Okay.
Can you imagine having views like this? I mean, this is like living in a, I don't even know, like in a National Geographic magazine. I mean, this is so beautiful.
Ania, you can go move to the mountains with Simka.
It's Simran.
Simran. Oh, I keep messing up your name. Gorgeous.
It's taken during sunrise. The sky is so beautiful at the morning.
Oh wow, that's stunning.
So this, we are having barbecue at our backyard, and that is our view from backyard. Uncle, yeah, and that is it.
Wow. Simran, what a lucky girl you are.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. What a pleasure it is to really have all of you guys in our lives, right? How are you enjoying X-Culture, Simran?
I can't even explain. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy to be in my team. My team is so hardworking, so supporting, and
What countries do you have on your team? What countries do your team members come from?
2 of them are from India, and one of them is from Bangladesh, and another one is from Morocco, and one is from Romania, but he currently lives in USA.
Okay.
I like how she says Romania. It's Romania in the United States, but it's probably said differently. How do you say it in the Ukraine, boss?
Romania.
Romania. Very cool.
Yeah.
So that actually concludes. Well, we have one more minute before I have to release everybody. But Simran, if you could just come back on, I have a question for you with regards to like the process of X-Culture, right? So we want to get your picture as you're describing this, because we might use it as a video for our orientation, if that's all right.
Okay.
Use you as an example, as an inspiration, so that other students also step forward maybe in the future and do some similar presentations.
Right. Right.
Oh,
So
educational.
yeah, so we can, if you can turn on your video, so Ania, if you could manage that so that when we ask her the question, we might have to, yeah. Simran, is your video on?
Yeah, her
Yes.
video's on.
Okay. So can you put her on in the webinars, Ania? Okay, perfect. Okay, so Simran, just asking you some questions. How have you grown as a young Nepali student from your experience with our X Culture Academy?
Okay. No, my confidence has grown, and I've no I've got a wonderful experience to meet people from all around the world and work with them. And know about their culture and their personality. And I'm learning so much from them. Like they are so hardworking, so intelligent and talented. And my confidence has grown.
Yeah. So what was the reason that you joined X Culture Academy?
To meet people from all around the world.
Amazing. And was it also to improve your English communication skills?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
her English is very good. I mean,
I was
better
gonna
than mine when I came to the United States.
Exactly. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay,
I'm
so
actually surprised how well people speak English, in ex-culture students. I don't know if they are so exceptional and better than others, or if everyone speaks English like that in Nepal. Because I don't know, it's much better than my English at the time when not only when I came to the United States, but probably a few years in. And I wonder, where do you guys learn it? Is it part of the, I don't know, TV channel collection, or like impressive?
We have classes. We have compulsory classes, English classes. We are taught British English.
British
From
English.
Yeah, I had those too, but it didn't help me that much.
Well, boss, some people are just more talented than others.
I guess so, evidently, yes.
Okay, guys, so I have to start another meeting. So Ania and Leon is going to close up this this webinar. You guys did an amazing job. Thank you for Team India for teaching us about Diwali. Simran, thank you so much
Congratulations.
for showing us around Nepal and your kingdom. This is your kingdom, Princess Simran. And Ania and Leon, I'm going to leave it up to you guys so I can start the other webinars. But thank you, everybody. You did a fantastic job. And good luck, okay? I'm going to leave.
Impressive.
Ania and Leon, please finish it up.
And Leilani, we meet again in an hour with you, right?
Yes, you'll see me in an hour.
All right.
I think Raphael already sent you the link. Okay.
Okay, so thank you everybody for joining. If you haven't already, I posted a survey in the chat. If you do not mind just filling that in, it helps us to improve future cooking classes and just improving in general. But if you have any last questions, I think we can close. Thank you, Simra, so much. I'm definitely going to try and make that. And yeah, I don't know if you have anything else to say.
Well, just to add, thank you, Team India, since you guys are still here. And also, Simran, I love chilies here, but I don't think I could take that.
Can we, there's a question. Can we? Do you mean?
I think she means recordings. Yep.
Okay.
This webinar is being recorded. So I guess that's all. Thank you guys for coming.
Okay, thank you guys. Bye.
Bye. I will end